Hey everybody, welcome. It's Meredith. I'm here with your daily reading for Wednesday, July 11th, 2018. I'm sticking with the Bonefire Tarot. I did try to switch decks today, but it wasn't cooperating, so we're back with this one. Let's jump right in and see what kind of energies we will be working with today. Oh. There it is again. Five of Swords. We're going to be tired of seeing this one. So that makes 6 days now consecutively that this card has showed up in the readings. So as you all know, it's an air card. Sorry for the glare on the cards, people. I'm dealing with artificial light rather than natural light. Anyway, this is upheaval and conflict, loss. I'm not even going to elaborate on it right now until I see what else we're working with. Oh, Six of Swords. Interesting. A 5 and 6 of the same suit together. More air, Mercury and Aquarius. The Six of Swords is about moving on. And the message on this one is our time will come. Heading to a promising destination, leaving behind a rough situation or challenging circumstances with still waters ahead. That's the message on this card. It can mean moving to moving house or the beginning of a journey, but having the 5 and the 6 together, and with the 5 showing up for so many days in a row, this could indicate we're finally moving out of the energy of the 5, which is, turning our back on an old way of being, but not turning our back on it in a way that we're just burying it, avoiding it, not dealing with it. Our messages have been very consistent for a while about all the inner work we've done, the spiritual work we've done. So this would be moving on in a very natural and healed way. And moving into calmer waters, very positive. Let's see what else we have. King of Swords. Okay, 3 cards of the same suit. This is all a very thought out process, a very thoughtful process. A lot of energy, contemplation, pondering has gone into this energy here. The King specifically is a double air card. There's also Capricorn and Aquarius energy here. The King of Swords is very ambitious, and all of the kings have structure, order, and authority. I typically refer to him as Mr. Charming, Mr. Ruthless. But ruthless is sort of a negative word to assign to him. And I take the ruthlessness of this king more in the sense that he will defend aggressively what he cherishes. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. When it comes to our growth and development, we spend a fair amount of energy and a whole lot of heart working on the things that are disharmonious or out of balance for us. And once we get there, once we bring harmony or healing, once we change the frequency to a much more loving frequency, we have no desire to descend back here into the 5. These disagreements, petty arguments, we've moved on, hence the 6. And kings and queens are masters, so this is about self-mastery. This king is also involved. He's very hands-on, and he makes decisions that make a difference. So we've made decisions that have made a difference in our lives, and we will defend that And by defense, again, I don't want to put a negative spin on that. So the language is a little out of date. I'm going to have to up my vocabulary here. But this is what I'm feeling. We would defend it. We would, I guess what I feel here is that if we notice that we're experiencing Five of Swords energy, we now have the skills and the tools to harmonize this frequency, whereas before it seemed more of a battle to get there. We know how to steer ourselves into calm waters. So apparently on Wednesday, we may be greeted with scenarios and circumstances. We may connect with scenarios and circumstances where we discover we no longer react in this way, and instead we respond calmly and with self-mastery and personal authority. That's a feeling I have right now, intuitively speaking. Our personal authority being questioned or overruled by someone else who thinks they know better. And who knows you better than you? Feel free to point that out to someone. If necessary, of course, and with love and compassion, because there's true strength in that. Now we have the Queen of Swords, so we have the King and the Queen, a matched set. We've got 4 sword cards down on the table. So there is a lot of sharp, focused intellect being engaged on Wednesday. This Queen is water and air energy. There's Virgo and Libra here. This Queen is alert. She's in charge. She has a whole lot of authority over her domain. She seeks the truth. She also has a beautiful blending of instinct and intuition. Just think about that for a minute. Put those two things together. Instinct and intuition. It's really powerful. It's knowing the self exceptionally well. Completely trusting what you sense, feel, know. Apparently those gifts are going to be called on Wednesday. Be interesting to see how it unfolds. Leave comments, people. Tell us how you've moved out of the 5 into calmer waters, used your self-mastery, and even share with us, if you're willing, in the comment sections. Tell us how your personal authority may have been called into question and how you harmonized that. That'd be interesting to know about. This Queen is loyal and she does not suffer fools gladly, ever. I often say this woman, she just won't tolerate much. She'll drop a sword on it before you're done with your sentence if it's full of BS. So, yeah. Sometimes that's necessary. And done with grace, tact, intellect, wit, wisdom. Whoever's questioning your authority won't see that coming, and they won't know how to respond to it very well either. And this isn't about winning or conquering or anything. It's just knowing yourself so well that you don't even feel the need to defend, though you will point out the truth. She would never hesitate to point out the truth, this Queen. Our next card, okay, our first wand here, the Ace of Wands. Fire, that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is new beginnings, new ventures, spiritual goals coming to fruition. This is being deeply connected to our driving force, our burning purpose. I'm listening to my guides. Sorry for all the pauses. This is also about a flash of inspired knowing. There's vigor, virility, fertility in this card too. It's very potent. It's very passionate. We're very passionate about where we are at this time in our lives, in a happy way, in an excited way, in a way that we want to share with other people. And perhaps this energy on Wednesday is encountering those that may not have recognized our shift in frequency, and they're feeling like they have to get to know us all over again. And what they remember of us, or what they thought they knew of us, is shifted, it's changed and expanded. And you may be hearing, well, I remember when, or you used to be this or that, and you're not this or that anymore. You're so much more. We are so much more than that. And everything that we are so much more, we are exceptionally passionate about. And we're putting it to work for ourselves. I have one guide that's a little bit blunt. And this guide is speaking up and saying, I'm not here to live a half-assed life. And hey, we aren't really. You know, we've maybe been people pleasers. We've maybe acquiesced one too many times and delayed our happiness, or put the needs of others before our own, which sometimes is harmonious, sometimes it isn't. And when we do that too often, we end up making a sacrifice at this point that we can no longer justify. And so there's this, I feel, an essence of we understand what's fair and reasonable. And we've adapted to that. We've accepted that. We aren't struggling with that anymore, and it's created calmer waters for us, and it's created a richer life that's invited new people into our worlds. For 2.5 weeks, we've had consistent love messages. So we're entertaining the ideas of deeper connection with other people. Some of us are committing to other people, recommitting, rekindling, reconsidering. And so no, we're not going to be half-assed about it. We're going to be all in about it. I like that. This guide's name is Maluna, by the way. She's she's a bit of a tart, we'll say, but the best possible tart you could have a channeled conversation with. For those of you out there who are watching who know me and have met Maluna, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, our next card is the Hanged Man. This is water, Neptune energy. You know, there's sacrifice in this card, and that's something that I just mentioned, you know, sacrificing our own joy and acquiescing too much or being a people pleaser. It really does feel like, especially with all these swords and this progression in the swords, this feels like a journey that we've been on for a long time, and we finally brought some harmony and peace to it. And, you know, the sacrifice was then, not now. So I really do feel like the Hanged Man is showing us progress. And we have a deeper sense of contentment and enlightenment. And the Hanged Man can also speak to a frustration with progress. And again, that feels old. That brings me back to the Five of Swords. There are those of us who well, maybe we are still. Some of us are still feeling like our time hasn't come, which is the message of the Six of Swords, which our time has come. But perhaps we're not seeing all the evidence of the changes that we've made just yet, and we're still witnessing some of this as it clears out. And certainly that could be stimulated by interactions with people who knew us when, who are not necessarily up to date with us now, and we could find ourselves in this position. But our time has come, even if it hasn't shown up in your day right now, today, this moment. My feeling is that this is a message from the all that is, from the universe, saying it's about to be revealed. And I see that Ace of Wands as a big reveal. So hang in there, folks. That's a bad joke. Oh gosh. Cracking myself up again, people. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. We have the Queen of Cups. Oh, I love her. She is the intuitive woman, the mother of intuition. I like that. You know, take an Eight of Cups. That's right underneath her too. And guess what? The Sun. I'm taking that too. Because this is showing, in summary of these 6 original cards that are down, this is showing the same message in repetition. We've been listening to our intuition. We've been answering our inner call. And yeah, we've been following our instinct and our intuition like this queen. So we got 2 queens in this reading. It's pretty nice. And we moved on. We've settled so much of this, and while there may still be a tendency to delve into that 5 of Swords energy from time to time, we navigate that far more quickly than we ever did. We recognize it's a disharmony. We use our skills and talents, our instinct, our intuition, our self-mastery in the King, and our patience here in the Hanged Man. We apply and leverage all of that against any challenge that comes before us, and we move through it, and we move on to a better frequency. We remain seated within our own soul. We occupy deliberately our heart space, and we shine our light brightly into the world. So those of us who knew us when we didn't do all of this may be surprised by what they see when they get to know us again. Ooh, I like that reading. I'm feeling passionate about that one. Okay, I'm going to move on to our Doreen Virtue Angel Answer cards. We're going to pick 3 cards. This is your opportunity to ask a question about what's here or something completely different. And now for something completely different. I got the giggles today, people. Can't help myself. Okay. Let me get a little serious here. Ooh. Ooh. Abundance. Yeah. Abundance. Abundance of joy. Abundance of love. Abundance of self-respect. Abundance of self-love. Could be financial too. You know, that Ace of Wands has, you know, new ventures, new beginnings, fresh starts in it. So there could be an abundant new beginning for some of us. Next card. Yes. Our simple, grounded yes. Not the one with the exclamation point, but just yes. I feel like saying that about myself today. Yes. I have done it. I've worked through all this BS. Not all of it, but most of it. I know how to handle it at the moment. And then trust. Yes, trust. Yes, abundance. Yes, Ace of Wands. Again, I see this card. I say it every time. Trust your journey. Trust the process. Oh, I'm still shuffling. I guess we have another card. I like that. No need to worry. Yeah, take it easy. There's nothing we have to do except be ourselves. You know, it's the most attractive thing we could ever be. Is just us, simply us. We're beautiful. Be the love that we are. Share our smiles. Share our happiness with everyone. Reintroduce people who haven't seen you in a while to the new you. Oh my goodness, I'm still shuffling. This is all because of my guides. They're all over it today. For some of you out there, your question has something to do with improving a situation, And here is confirmation that it will. There's no need to worry. You can trust the journey. Yes, it's going to be okay. It's going to be better than you imagine. For some of you, I feel like you gotta, I'm supposed to tell you, you just gotta jump right in. Yeah, I said it the other day. Some of us are sticking our toes in the water with things. And my guides are saying, just dive right in, both feet. Feet first, go. Do it. You won't regret it. One more card, and there's our emphatic yes. Gosh, I'm greedy with the cards today. All right, I am moving on to our affirmation card. I am using, again, The Universe Has Your Back by Gabrielle Bernstein. What is the best possible affirmation for us today? Ooh. I got problems here, folks. Hang on. One card's good. 5 is just too many on these. What is our best possible affirmation? Here we go. This, I love this. Oneness is my true nature. Yeah. Yes, emphatically yes. Trust that. So I'm in love with this reading today. I'm falling in love with these readings every day, but this one in particular. So I hope you laughed with me over my hanged man joke. Thanks for watching. Please give it a like, share. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you would like to book a private reading, you can do that in the description box on the YouTube channel or at my website. It's all there. It's all connected. Readings can be done by phone, FaceTime, Skype, or I can record one for you just like we do here, the daily reading. Have a beautiful Wednesday. Tell me your tales. I want to hear what's gone on. How did you make these transitions? How did you stop being a people pleaser? When did you stop the sacrifice of your own joy? And what did it do for you? How did you embrace the queen, the king? I'd like to hear it. So leave a comment, people. My love and blessings to you. I'll see you tomorrow.